Welcome back to Razmafsar TV. I'm going to show you Opinel Kitchen Knives box set, which consists of 4 essential knives for cuisine, for making food and cooking. This set consists of a paring knife, Opinel number 112, serrated knife, which is number 113, the peeler, number 115, and the vegetable knife, number 114. This set has the paring knife, as I mentioned it, which is a versatile knife, and then we have a serrated knife, which is really indispensable in your kitchen because you need it for cutting tomatoes, sausages, and things which are also bread, which are sometimes not easy to cut. I mean, harder type of bread. And the paring knife is you can prepare vegetables with it, also meat and many other things. And then we also have a peeler, and as I mentioned it before, also a vegetable knife. These are dyed or colored. I mean, the handles in most of them, not. Each one of them has a unique color in Primavera fresh greens, and the peeler is in white. So it's a very nice one. And the paring knife, serrated knife, and peeler knife are all made in France. And the vegetable knife, some of them in the sets are made in Portugal, but some also in France. The steel used is Sandvik 12C27, 12C27, which is a modified stainless steel. Do not be taken in by the small size of these knives. They are really good cutters, as I will show it to you. So this stainless steel is very good because it's anti-corrosive, because it has chrome, and you don't need special maintenance, and it has also a carbon content of at least 0.40% to have an excellent cutting edge. The blade hardness is between 57 to 58 HRC. Please look how it cuts. This is beef. I'm going also because one of our subscribers, Charlene, asked me to prepare food and show, and I'm going to prepare a special type of meat, which is my own creation. You know, I used the paring knife, but I'm using a vegetable knife just to show you the cutting capability of these knives and how it cuts the meat. Remember, I have not sharpened them, so they are in original state. So if you really, one thing which I always do is I take care of the knives. You need to treat your knives with respect, and this way they're going to last for a long time, right? I wash them, for example, I rinse them and wash them by hand, never in dishwasher, for example. And so you see that how it can cut. You can go and cut very thin pieces of meat. You see how it goes through it, and you can also, I mean, actually it's a very good meat. You don't need to do that, but I just want to show you it can be used to remove parts of the meat you don't want easily. It's like a surgical instrument if you know how to deal with it. Besides if you're like cooking, if you're into cuisine and making food, remember, as a martial artist, I know it sounds very strange, but cutting with knives or in cuisine also gives you a capability to understand the mechanics of blades. So this was only one, because this channel is for martial arts, of course. Just want to say it's not only cutting tasks, but this also enables you to understand the mechanics, the cutting mechanics, and the edge performance. So you see how it cuts meat. So beef, I cut it in small pieces here, as you can see, and I use the paring knife and the vegetable knife to do that. So make sure that you heat the oil. I put it like on 5, and not so much. Between 0 to 9 I put it on 5, the heat, and then you make sure that you first of all put your meat in it and make sure that it gets oil everywhere. And you see that this moving, so it's covered in oil, helps it to much better not to stick, for example. Make sure that you do not, as I said, between a scale of 0 to 10 I use 5. Forgot to mention I'm using induction cooking or induction cooktop, so this is very good because I mean you can use any type of heating system, but just for you to know. So make sure that I put it everything. Now I'm using the vegetable knife, and I'm using it to peel garlic. So not so much of it. I remove and peel it, I mean the skin, just to show you how this one works, right? It's a very good cutter. The knife is a very good cutter, I mean, and you will see later on, after I removed and peeled it, it's very sharp as well. It sits very comfortably in your hands as well. In your hand, I mean. So you can easily peel. Be careful of your fingers, of course, if you're not used to it. I mean, to sharp knives. Dealing with them. So. Okay, now let's see. I just rinse them with water. And now back, you see that how I can use Opinel vegetable knife, and it goes very fast. You see that. Again, be careful with your finger, just to see the cutting capability of these kitchen knives. Okay. You see that? Again, it's like a surgical instrument, really. Okay, now we are almost done and ready. And now I'm going to add them here. So, I mean, you turn this, you also turn the meat, and you can add the pieces of garlic, minced garlic to it, where you mince them and chop them into small pieces. You can add it here. Add them here, I mean. See, first I turn it so they are fried. And at the same time, because I close the lid, in oil it is frying from the bottom, and then there is a steam system, so it makes a tender meat if you're careful. Sometimes some people think, oh, meat gets hard. Actually, it doesn't if you use these two systems, as I mentioned it to you. So, you know, these are turned. And I'm going to use goat salt. Carl, one of my team members, was so kind and gave me this as present. So I love this salt. Salt is not salt. Yes, you hear me, really. It depends what kind of salt you use. And this is like sea salt, so I really like that. So I add a bit to it. So now you can see I add, yes, garlic. Make sure that you put garlic more in the middle. You see, as I did it, you can make a hole, so open it so it has direct contact with the oil. Then in between the meat you can put these pieces, small pieces of garlic. You see that? Yeah. Make sure that they're mixed, and after you finish it, close the lid and let it fry and let it be cooked in steam. See? So far, everything good. So I added salt and also garlic. So in oil, remember I put oil in the beginning. So I close the lid. So you let it cook, and now I'm going to prepare some onions. So you peel them again. Yeah. You see, you can use, I'm using the vegetable knife, but you can use easily also the paring knife to do that. I'm using vegetable knife because it's for peeling it, because it's curved, it's more suitable to do this. So you peel them. I rinse them, and now I'm going to use the paring knife to cut them. Look, just wanted to show it to you, the efficiency. It cuts very well. So make sure that you cut them. You can cut this in pieces, right? That would be enough. You don't need to make them very small, but this is okay. Now after I chopped I add the onions and make sure that they're all mixed well with the meat and stew. So you mix them quite well. See, you can see that the meat is slowly getting prepared. make sure that you get it everywhere in the mix. Then you add some curcuma, and it gives a very good taste to your meat. You see this yellowish color. So I use a spoon to measure it. You see? Another one. Okay. Then mix them well. You see? So everything starts to get yellowish color. Yellowish color. Here. Then here I use red paprika, ground one, I mean a powder of it, right? It's actually not spicy, it's more not sweet, but it's not a spicy one. I don't like spicy ones. It's just for the taste of it. See? So it now adds another color to it. Yeah, not so much. Half spoon would be enough actually. Then I mix it. Close the lid and you go and start to cut mushrooms. I show it in the beginning, the peeler. You don't need to peel mushrooms. I washed them quite well, but I just want to show you that you can use even the peeler for very soft material like mushrooms. It's a very good peeler, but you don't need to do that as I mentioned it to you. You just can go and cut them directly, which I do normally. But just to show you that it's really a good peeler and you can use it and to remove the skin, right? So you see, so I used I used the vegetable knife to cut, and then I peel it again so you can see it. As I said, I just use it, peel it like 2 or 3 of them, then the rest I just go and cut, because I don't normally do that. So you see, it goes very fast. add the mushrooms. Right? Add the mushrooms and mix them well. See. And after that, you need always to close the lid. I haven't added any water yet, but if you see that it's getting dry, you need to add a bit of water. Make sure that it doesn't burn. Now I go and cut some tomatoes. Look, I used and then you see how it cuts. After you cut all these tomatoes, and then you can add them to the pot with the mixture. So as I do here, I need to add some liquid to it again. It's very good taste. See? So mix them well. And again, make sure that you close the lid. Now it's time to add some cooked chickpeas. You can, if you don't want to prepare them yourselves, you can buy them already prepared, like in a can. It's very good and it adds a very good taste to the whole food. So using potatoes for this food, for this meal, but I'm just showing it that how you can peel potatoes and very well, and remove and peel them and remove the skin. You see that? So I'm going to show the food now is ready to be served. I mean, it really tastes good, and there's a good sauce, and the meat is also very tender. Thank you for visiting our channel. I just wanted to show you this, and because Charlene asked me to show how to cook, and I would like to thank both Charlene and Carr for their interest, and I wish everyone a nice day. See you soon.